Rahim. Hunna libasul lakum wa antum libasul lahunna. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. I welcome all of you with the Islamic greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace, mercy and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be on all of you. This session is mainly dedicated for any questions in choosing a life partner, or how to have a successful married life, or after you're married if you have any problems as far as relationship between the husband and wife. So this session is mainly dedicated for that. This course doesn't mean that those who are going to get married, it's only for them. Even for those who have got married, it's for them also, so that they can see to it that the life goes on according to the Quran and Sunnah. So if the brothers have any questions on marriage, choosing a life partner, you can raise your hand, inshallah. Yes, brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
At the time of nikah only, there's an agreement between the husband and the wife that the meher will be given, but rest, the further economical rights or some of the rights may not be given of the woman. So is this type of marriage halal, or is it allowed?
So whether as a question that is it possible that during nikah the marriage stipulated, but can a condition be put that he will not look after her or may not give the economic rights to her? So as far as Islam is concerned, marriage is a misaq, it's a sacred covenant. And any contract can be done as long as it is within the purview of the Islamic Sharia. She cannot ask something to be done which is haram, and she cannot say she will not do something which is fard. For example, she cannot tell the husband that you should have alcohol. Well, having alcohol is haram. She can't say that you don't offer salah, offering salah is fard. Husband can't tell to the wife that don't wear hijab, or wearing hijab is fard. The husband can't tell the wife that you have alcohol, having alcohol is haram. So you cannot force the husband and wife to husband. The spouse cannot force each other to do anything which is haram, and cannot prevent them from doing anything which is fard. Anything else is permissible in the mubah category. Now as far as the economic rights are concerned, it is the duty of the husband to look after the wife. It's the duty. She can say that fine, even if you give me 10 rupees a month, no problem. Difficult, I know. Or give me 5,000 a month. Because there is no fixed rule that a husband should give 1,000 a month, or 100,000 a month, or 1 million a month. But it is the duty of the husband to take care of the wife. She can put a thing that fine, I wouldn't mind even if you give me 1,000 rupees a month. But she can't put a clause, what is his right, he has to do. She can't put a clause saying that I will free you from everything else. Fine, whatever you give me, I'll take. That she can say. He can't put a clause, I'll give you mehr, then I won't give a single rupee. No. You can say that, you know, I'm involved in so and so thing. If you think you want to marry a rich husband, I don't want to spend my time earning money, I want to start doing dawah. So that way you can put some clause, but anything which is a fard, you can't let that go. And anything which is haram, you can't force to do. So you have to first check up what is fard and what is haram. But naturally taking care of the wife is a fard. So you can't relieve that and say, okay, fine, I'll marry you, but I want to have sex with you. What you have to realize that what is a requirement, the fard should be done. You cannot force anyone from not doing the fard. Hope that answers the question. But the mere amount can become big or small, that depends upon the husband and wife. Would be husband and wife. Yes, brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi.
Yeah, my question is, we as Indian Muslims, once the nikah is done and we register the nikah in the court, can we do a court marriage after that in the court? And in case that is allowed, do we restrict ourselves or do we cancel ourselves from the Islamic rights and privileges of marriage?
Well, that's a question that we as Indian Muslims, after do nikah, we register marriage in court. No one registered the marriage in court. Few people do. We register a marriage not in court. We register a marriage saying that we are husband and wife. When we do nikah, we register a marriage that we have done nikah, now this boy and this girl are husband and wife. Not in court. Court marriage is a different aspect altogether. I know there are some of the uneducated Muslims. Uneducated means not in knowledge, not the formal education, Islamic knowledge. There are some people who do go in the court and do court marriage. There's a difference between court marriage and registration. When you do nikah and you register a marriage, you are informing the government that this boy and this girl, the official husband-wife, and the Indian government accepts it. Court marriage means what? Court marriage is a marriage that is done that any problem takes place, the Indian Penal Code will apply. The law of the government, India being a democratic country, what we realize that Indian government gives permission for every citizen to follow the religion he or she wants. So if you marry according to the Islamic law, the Muslim personal law will apply. If you marry according to the Hindu custom, Hindu law will apply. There is another thing known as the Indian law. So if you do a court marriage, then the Indian law will prevail, whether you have done nikah or not. The Muslim law will not be applicable, the Indian law will be applicable. Indian law means the law of the government says that if you do a court marriage, that means you may do nikah, you may do a church marriage or a Hindu marriage, that law gets nullified and the rules and regulations, what is mentioned in the Indian Penal Code would apply. Normal Indian Penal Code says that if you do religious marriage, that's fine. But the moment you do court marriage supersedes that. I know there are some ignorant Muslims, especially when they have love marriages, you know. So नाम के लिए मुसलमान बना देते, लड़की को लड़का लड़की को बनाती है, तो वो निकाह भी का नाम के लिए करते, but opposite party they want court marriage, no court problem, निकाह तो हो गए, there is court marriage. According to me, though most of the scholars haven't said this, according to me it is kufr. Kufr means you are rejecting Islam. You are doing nikah and then you court marriage saying that the Indian law is superior to the Quran. I haven't heard any scholar saying that, but according to me, it becomes kufr. Kufr, why? That means we are agreeing, we love our country, we respect our country, we follow the law of the country, fine? But the law of Allah is superior. And when the law of country is giving you permission to follow Allah's law, you're rejecting Allah's law, it's kufr. It's kufr. No one is forcing you. If someone forces put a gun on your head and then you say, okay, fine, you do shirk, Quran gives you permission. That dil mein iman hai. Lekin openly just for appearance, if you are doing shirk, if your life is in danger, Allah gives you permission. But dear, who's putting you in danger? You fall in love with a non-Muslim and then you do plastic surgery, naam ke liye Muslim, then do court marriage. So according to me, court marriage is haram for a Muslim in India. That means you are giving up all your rights as a Muslim. Any problem takes place, the other law, the neutral law of the country will apply, not the Muslim personal law. If you are in America where there is no Muslim personal law, that's a different situation. There also you register, that's a different thing. There you follow Islam, problem comes, they will follow the law of the country. There you have no option of Muslim personal law there, in America. So India is far superior. In America they say democratic. India is far superior, mashallah. It's namesake. It doesn't hurt them, it is freedom of speech. It hurts them, it's not allowed. So one thing is the practical freedom of speech and democracy, and one is theoretical. So most of the Western countries, it's theoretical, it's not practical. India, mashallah, is one of the good countries where you have practical, mashallah, you can follow your law, you can preach a religion, you can practice a religion, you can propagate a religion. But here, the country gives you a choice. Now you out of the way go and say, I want to reject Islamic law and follow the country's law. The country is giving you permission to follow Islamic law, so it becomes kufr according to me. Yes, you do nikah, you can register it, saying that I am informing the government that this boy and girl, the husband and wife, it's perfectly fine. Hope that answers the question. Yes, brother, behind.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi.
Today we come across a lot of Muslim girls who keep a condition before marriage that their prospective husbands should keep a beard or should not keep a beard. So what is the Islamic actually ruling on keeping a beard? It's like if it has to be kept, what is the ruling of keeping it? And a person, can we consider a person without a beard as having less iman?
Well, that's a question that there are some Muslim, maybe met someone who doesn't marry petticoats, possible. So put condition that he should have a beard. So is keeping a beard or not keeping a beard haram or halal? What are the rulings? And can she put a condition? Fine. And if the person who does not keep a beard, does he have less iman?
The true and faithful servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Some faces in the day of resurrection will beam in brightness.
Their qualities, their characteristics.
الذين آمنوا, those who believe. in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَتَطْمَئِنُّ قُلُوبُهُمْ بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ.
Sheikh Saeed Al-Ghadi.
And their hearts find tranquility and rest by remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Can we be one of them?
Indeed, by remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, hearts find rest and tranquility.
Welcome to a brand new series, The Servants of Allah,
Hisham Bella.
which inshallah ta'ala will focus on those issues which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves.
Let's learn how and what gains us the favor and pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Servants of Allah every Thursday at 4:30 p.m. and repeat telecast at 3:30 a.m. Saudi Arabia on Peace TV.
ولله الأسماء الحسنى فادعوه بها.
Al-Aziz, the Almighty. Al-Wadud, the All-Loving. At-Tawwab, the Acceptor of your return. Al-Razzaq, the Provider. Al-Raqib, the All-Watchful. وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى. To Allah belongs the beautiful names. فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا. So call Him upon them. To understand more of Allah's beautiful names, join me, your brother Majid Mahmood, on my new series about understanding Allah's beautiful names on Peace TV.
الله لا إله إلا هو له الأسماء الحسنى.
Don't miss the chance to comprehend the seamless explanation of Allah's beautiful names in Understanding Allah's Beautiful Names. Next on Peace TV.
نكاح مبارك زواج مبارك.
Yeah, that's bien.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa
Today
barakatuh.
we come across a lot of Muslim girls who keep a condition before marriage that their prospective husbands should keep a beard or should not keep a beard. So what is the Islamic actually ruling on keeping a beard? It's like if it has to be kept, what is the ruling of keeping it? And a person, can we consider a person without a beard as having less iman?
But that's a question that there are some Muslim, maybe met someone who doesn't married petticoats, possible. So put condition that he should have a beard. So is keeping a beard or not keeping a beard haram or halal? What are the rulings? And can she put a condition? Fine. And if a person who does not keep a beard, does he have less iman? As far as keeping a beard is concerned, the scholars are divided. Either it is fard or some scholars say mustahab. Mustahab is encouraged. I'm not talking about those scholars who don't consider scholars. Some scholars say it's not required only. So these don't come in the category of scholars for me. What fatwa you want, go on the internet, you'll get. You get fatwa not to keep a beard, is fard also, it's not allowed. Very interest is allowed. All fatwas you'll get. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the good scholars, the respected scholars, those scholars who speak on Quran Hadith. So those who are strict to say that keeping a beard is a fard. Some who are lenient among the good scholars may say it is mustahab. Mustahab means encouraged, a sunnah. Whatever it is, if you say not keeping a beard, does it mean less iman? Even if it's fard and you don't keep it, less iman. Even if it's mustahab and you don't keep it, less iman. So your question regarding not keeping a beard, does it mean less iman? Yes. But certain less iman is accepted, certain less iman is not accepted. But the iman of the Sahabas also kept on going up and down. That doesn't mean that if there's less iman is a bayman. The bayman is a different word, you know. When you use the word in Hindi, or a person that is a kafir, it's not like that. You can always go to a higher level. Now coming to your question, what is the length of the beard? See, because the hadith of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, of Sahih Bukhari, in the book of dress, volume number 7, hadith number 781, where the beloved Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, that do the opposite of what the pagans did. Hadith 780 and 781. That trim your mustaches and let your beard grow. The same hadith for the Ibn Umar, may Allah please with him, he is the Sahaba who narrated the hadith. It says that the Prophet said, do the opposite of what the pagans did. Let your beard grow, trim your mustaches, and then after performing Hajj, he took a fist, and below the fist, he trimmed it. So based on this hadith, there are some scholars who go on their side, oh, keep the beard means let it be as long, don't cut only. But there are no less than 11 Sahih hadith which say that the Sahabas trimmed the beard. So there are a very limited group of scholars who say that let the beard grow means don't cut only. How to grow the beard? The way the Sahabas did. How the Sahabas did? 11 hadith saying that they trimmed. How did they trim? After one fist. So if you want to know the ideal size, is one fist. Ideal size. After one fist, little bit of the ज़्यादा हो गया तो trim करो. One fist say 1 centimeter, 1 inch, no problem. But every week you trim, every fortnight, every month what you want, but trim it. So the right size, if your ideal size, is one fist. But first thing, at least keep a beard. That doesn't mean a person who doesn't keep a beard of one fist is a kafir. No, it's not like that. If you see, the more you follow Quran and Hadith, the more iman rises. So first keep a beard at least. Namaz padne padega, 5 times padne padega, sunnat bhi na, nafil, but namaz to padho. Farz hai bhai. Well, 5 times padho. Theek, only first padho bhai. Then do sunnat, then you can do, then you get tahajjud. You know, so everything can be. So first keeping a beard, alhamdulillah. If you ask me a person who keeps a beard but doesn't keep one fist, fine, good, mashallah. Maybe he's not keeping one fist, he may not be aware of it. Tomorrow, if you're aware of it, you start keeping. It is ignorance. But yet if a person knows and yet doesn't keep one fist, I cannot say that. Fine. And I'm not looking handsome, I'm looking handsome. You know, so I always tell a person that if the beard is good, mashallah, good growth, like the brother next to you, mashallah, very good growth. So if we keep a beard with a good growth, alhamdulillah. But a person who doesn't have a good growth like me, I go to the it's not good. The first time I kept a beard, medical college, oh wow, mashallah, noor chehre pe. I know it doesn't look good. So I said, okay, fine. Mashallah, person is encouraging me. But the hadith of the Prophet, you know the thing that if you cannot read the Quran, and if you read with stuttering, you get double sawab. So based on that, using my analogy, if the beard looks good and you keep, alhamdulillah, if the beard doesn't look good and you keep, you get double sawab. Acha lagta hai sawab, milega, not that you won't get sawab next to you. But if it doesn't look good and you're keeping, you will get double sawab. मैं अल्लाह के रसूल के लिए कर रहा हूँ. So both ways you get sawab. One more thing, if your beard doesn't grow, the Chinese people, my son was saying, this speaker is coming on peace TV, no beard. I said, has a beard. And my son is telling, has a beard, but small beard, if you see very close up, you know. My son was telling, oh, this person doesn't have a beard. I said, you can't just blame anyone. And that was a good sheikh, mashallah. But you know, there are some sheikhs, because of the growth, it may come because of the origin. He may be an Indian, yet may not have a good beard. So as long as it is there, so your iman is there. So if you ask the right size, it is one fist. You can trim it below the fist. But at least keep a beard, keeping a beard, mashallah, sign. And I've given the talk on it. The label shows the intent, wear it. So if you hear that talk, you get more details about this question. But the main question, can a wife put a condition before marriage? Yes, she can put. Even if we say it is first, she can put. Even if you call mustab, she can put. Even if you say mubah, you can put. No one says haram to keep a beard. No scholar says that. Maximum they may say rakha chalenga. So even if it's mubah, if you belong to that group of scholars which is absolutely lenient, yet the wife can put a condition saying that you want a beard because that comes in mubah condition. For those. Anyway, if the wife puts a condition, you consider that the wife is virtuous. Right? There are some wives will put that, oh, I don't like the beard. No, because it pokes. It pokes, you get more sawab. If it pokes and you don't like, you get more sawab. Any other questions?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Today we see that alhamdulillah many young non-Muslims, brothers and sisters, revert to Islam. And most of them keep it secret with their family. So what will be your advice to such new Muslims and especially sisters when it comes to search for spouse? All right. And in future, can we expect IRF to come up with matrimonial website.
There's a question that what if certain reverts, there are certain ladies accepting Islam, but they keep it a secret from their families. So is it allowed? And if they have to get married, what is the view? And what about IRF having a matrimonial website? As far as the question of a man or a woman, a boy or a girl, if they accept Islam out of the free will, can they keep it a secret? Yes, they can. You can keep it a secret if you know your life is in danger or there will be a problem. It's preferable to proclaim. But if you know there are certain family problems, the family members won't like it, your life is in danger, it's acceptable to keep it a secret as long as Iman is there in your heart and you do the practice, whatever practice of Islam you do silently. No problem. As far as them marrying, if you know that a girl at the age of 20 has accepted Islam and she knows that if I tell my parents there will be a problem, best is they tell the parents. They may get angry. Whatever it is, explain to them, they can do dawah. But if she knows that, the parents, well, if something happens, it will be absolutely detrimental, it will be difficult, etc., etc., she can give a secret. She would say, okay, fine, I better get married. Once I get married, then I'll tell my parents, so the whole thing is safe, because in the Indian government, after the age of 18, you can get married. She has the right to choose a life partner. So then she looks for a life partner and says, I'll keep it a secret with my parents for a few months till I get a life partner. No problem. So it's permitted in Islam. There's no problem at all. She can keep it a secret, but preferable to say. But if she knows that I can delay my saying and find a good husband, that's also permissible. As far as the second part of the question, that why doesn't IRF have a matrimonial website? We have a matrimonial department. I don't know if you're aware of it or not.
I'm already engaged.
You're engaged? MashaAllah. After the course, you don't change your life partner, no? No. See, once you're already engaged, you have two options. What you learn from them, you tell your fiancé to better follow it, right? Those who are already married, we don't ask them to divorce. We tell them that you tell them that they should do the marriage preparatory course. Among the ladies, so both can be fine. And the thing is that all those who have come here, I told Brother Nisar, that all those who have done the course are not married, they can fill the marriage form. We have a marriage bureau. As I said, at the level is top-seater, we have more good Muslimah in the women less than Muslim men. So now once we have done the marriage preparatory course, we have more prospective husbands, inshallah. So we already have a marriage bureau. So we haven't gone on the website. Whether to go or not, we'll think of it later. First, we're doing a personal survey, one-to-one, and we're trying to do. And mashallah, we're already in the procedure where we received about, when we had the conference, we received more than 400 forms from the ladies and more than 100 forms from gents. So there also 4:1 was the ratio. Inshallah, we feel that we'll have more courses and more awareness in the Muslim community so that we'll be able to see to the future generation works on Quran and Sunnah. Hope that answers the question. Yes, brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
My question is it obligatory for a working wife to do the household work on the command of her husband?
But that's the question. It is obligatory for a working wife to do household work on the command of the husband, irrespective whether it is the command of the husband or not. A good wife, a good Muslimah will see to it that the house works properly. How it works is different. Whether she appoints a servant, whether she appoints a maid, her main duty is that of a mother and a wife. While doing the duty of a mother and a wife, she can work outside, no problem. But your question that, is it fard? Is it haram not doing? It is a requirement, she should take care of the family. I personally tell my wife that, why are you wasting your time cooking food? I can hire a cook for 3,000-4,000 rupees. Her value is much higher. I would prefer doing dawah, doing other high level work than doing a work of 4,000 rupees, cook. Fine. I feel my wife is much better, she can better work. Fine, if she really wants to cook for once in a while, she can. I've got no problem. But that's my requirement. Why are you wasting your time? Do some dawah, get some sawab, no problem. But as long as she takes care. If she takes care, says, fine, I'm going to cook and go and work, fine. Or she has a cook and keeps the cook, as long as the requirement of the household is fulfilled. Fulfilling the requirement of the home, of a mother, of a wife is more important than working outside. Because in Islam, she need not work outside. If she wishes to work, she can. But no one can force her to work outside. But when she is working outside, she should do the duties of the home is important. And then husband says, okay, theek hai, bhai, tum bahar mil raha hai 20,000 rupeya, main 3,000 ka servant rakh dunga, no problem. Husband says, no, I want your special cooking only. Then she has to fulfill. Or she convinces the husband, fine, I'll train the cook. Fine, once a week doing holiday, I'll cook for you. Remaining 6 days the cook. It is a give and take relationship. It's not black and white. But she cannot neglect a household work. Because the sawab she gets for being a mother is far superior than the money she earns outside. But same time, if she feels she will earn money and look out for the children better, no problem. Everything is subjective. But when she goes out to earn money and the children are getting spoiled, sitting in front of the TV, learning wrong things, then what's the use of the money? So everything is give and take. How will you look after the family? It's not black and white. It will keep on changing depending upon each situation. That's the reason personal counseling is important. So nothing is haram and halal, but a woman has to take care of the family. The status has been given of a mother, far superior to a father, is because she bears the child for 9 months. A mother who bears the child for 9 months, even if you give a mountain of gold, you cannot substitute what she has done. So that status she cannot forego for a few pennies or a few pounds. Hope that answers the question.
Forever be true. Cherish this life that's destined for you. Live your life with kindness and care. Remember, Allah will always be there, be there. Nikahun mubarakun, zawajun mubarakun.